Hello all, and welcome to this afternoon's, Lazy Friday afternoon's beer review, which I am dubbing the colonization review. And let me go and close this thing, because it keeps on telling me the microphone's not working. I don't know why. Microphone's working. But why is it dubbed the colonization review? Well, I'm a big fan of the Civilization series, but I've never actually played Colonization. So I played my first game of Colonization today, and I got my ass handed to me. The mechanic of the game is radically different from like the Civilization mechanic. So yeah, I had no idea what I was doing until about halfway through the process, and then it was like, oh, wait, I have to go and do this in order to declare independence. And yeah, and I wasn't even able to like declare independence. It would be one thing to go and get my ass handed to me and like a stomp down from the King of France, but it's another just to like not even be able to declare independence. So, what are we reviewing today? Well, like I said in my last review, this is the season of Oktoberfest. So I'm going to go and try to review all the different Marzens and Fest beers that I can this month of October. And that's probably not going to be all that much, honestly, because everything's still freaking IPAs and hard seltzers on the shelves. That is, if it's not an empty shelf due to the supply chain crunch. You know what I mean? So, this is the Sierra Nevada. It's their seasonal, and I am going to hand them credit. I really want them to keep on doing these seasonals that are not IPAs. It seems like a lot of like the larger breweries are just switching to like pure IPA content, and it's utterly dismaying to me. But in the past, they've tried to go and partner up with other breweries to go and make their Oktoberfest release. They didn't do so this year, apparently, because I'm not seeing any collaboration notes on this. It just says Oktoberfest Amber Marzen 5.5 ABV. And to tell the truth, I've already had one can of it this afternoon. So this review is a little bit loosey-goosey already, as it were. So, without further ado, let's go and pour out this Marzen, because I so dearly enjoy these malt-forward beers. They're becoming so rare now. So what am I doing after this? Probably going to pour myself a nice energy drink, and then I already finished my chores. So all that's left is to make dinner. And why the energy drink? Because why not? Why wouldn't I? So, a nice, clear amber brown, very nicely carbonated, with an off-white to beige head that is foamy to frothy. Redolent of dark cereal malts. And floral hops. It seems a little bit closed up, though, the nose. I'm wondering if it's a little bit too cold. Interestingly, the can that I poured about 45 minutes ago and enjoyed, it seemed to be a lot more. It seemed to have a lot more in the nose there. A lot of dark cereal notes, dark bread notes, dark grain notes, dark cereal grains. But yeah, now you see why I don't usually pregame before these things. Yeah, I don't know why the nose is muted this time around. Let's go and see. Nope, wasn't that. Well, onto the palate. Oh yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Big malt forward. flash of grassy, floral, hop bitterness in the mid to finish. That almost clears the palate. There's still a top note of grain, dark grains, in the long finish, but nothing on the palate itself. So no residual sweetness. Very clean finish on the palate. Caramelized notes up front. Caramel malts. But again, not overly sweet, not cloying. It clears perfectly. Just a sort of top note of graininess and breadiness. One very slight flaw, just a very slight metallic overtone in the in the topmost of the effervescent notes. Don't really get it on the palate. It's a little bit there in the nose, as you know, in the top effervescent top note of the nose when you're drinking it. Very slight though. It seems almost a shame that I'm drinking this without any food. It really seems like it would go so well with like a nice meaty sausage or even Wiener Schnitzel. I just like to say Wiener Schnitzel. It's a fun word to say. Say it after me, folks. Wiener Schnitzel. Again, with these, you know, German lagers, you're not going to go and have a huge amount of different taste and, you know, different taste and bouquet aspects that pop up. What you're looking for here is a beer in entirety. This isn't the best Marzen I've had, but it is a good Marzen. It is a satisfying Marzen, and it is especially satisfying given the lack of non-American adjunct lagers available nowadays from craft brewers. As it warms up, I'm getting the sense that the gravity is actually quite heavy. Well, not quite heavy, I shouldn't say that. It's heavy for a Marzen. So there's a bit of residual sugars, but it's also balanced by a bit more brusque hopping than I would say like a traditional German brewer would use. But in the end, it ends up being balanced, so it kind of has like the same taste profile over the long haul, over the entire tasting process. I do so enjoy a good beer, though. As it warms up, the nuttiness of the malts is also expanding. And there's almost like The hops are almost getting like a very slight tea-like note in the mid to finish. And that's probably derived from the interplay with the caramel malts. I am pounding this, and because it is quite poundable. And to be honest, that's what I love about these German lagers, is that they go down so nice and easy. So, what can I say about the Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest 2021? Malty, as it should be, so malt forward, but not cloying. Balanced as two style with a fair amount of hopping. Some minor flaws, but overall, pretty good Marzen. Not the best I've had, but if you're like me and you're in a desert of IPAs and hard seltzers, you know, go and snap it up for that change of pace that you so desperately desire, or I so desperately desire. Maybe some of y'all are like enjoying umpty million iterations of IPAs on the shelves here, and I don't know. I'm starting to feel like the Rick Beato of beer at this point. You know, instead of talking about pop music in the same four chords, I'm talking about craft beers in the same styles. Oh, old man shakes his fist against a cloud. That's what I'm becoming, man. That's what I'm becoming, and I've made my peace with that. So, folks, that's your beer review for tonight. Cheers. And Prost.